Calling together all amateur radio operators, this is the weekly net of the M17 Project. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and I will be your net control station today. This net meets weekly on Fridays at 1700 hours UTC by means of the M17 Charlie Reflector. The purpose of this net is to relay and share information in regards to the M17 Project. M17 is a new digital radio protocol in development as an alternative to those currently available, with freedom in mind. Freedom in the code, protocol, voice codecs, and hardware. The goal is to provide a better option for digital radios in the future. We encourage all amateur radio operators to check into this net. We will take check-ins, followed by an informal roundtable to discuss all things M17 related. When checking into this net, please pause approximately 1.5 to 2 seconds before proceeding with your call sign and your name and location, and if you have any information for the net. So once again, I will stand by for check-ins. Please give me your call sign using proper ITU phonetics, followed by your name and location.
Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa, Wojciech from Warsaw, Poland, with some traffic.
Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima. Dave in Newport, South Wales, no traffic.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Whiskey Victor, KC1AWV, Steve in Boston, no traffic for the net. Alpha 4, Hotel Sierra, mate in Alexandria, Virginia, no traffic for the net.
Okay, guys, let's hold it up there. I'm not sure if we're having any network issues or not tonight, but this is N2XDD, net control station for the weekly meeting of the M17 Project. Net control wishes to recognize Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa with traffic. Dave from South Wales joining us once again this week. Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima. Steve, KC1AWV, says he doesn't have traffic. I know better. And Maitland, AA4HS. Anybody else wishing to join us this week on the M17 Project Net, please call net control now.
Mike 1, Hotel Oscar Golf, Nick in Stevenage, just north of London, England. I have some traffic.
Whiskey Delta 6 Zulu, Juliet Hotel. I say again, Whiskey Delta 6 Zulu, Juliet Hotel. Kevin, Henderson, Nevada, no traffic.
Okay, net control wishes to recognize Nick M1 Hotel Oscar Golf, and Kevin from Henderson, Nevada, Whiskey Delta 6 Zulu Juliet Hotel. Anybody else wishing to check in?
November 2, Whiskey Oscar Juliet, Downingtown, Pennsylvania. No traffic.
Kilo Echo 6 India Golf Zulu, David in Los Angeles, California. No traffic.
Kilo Oscar 4 Lima, Lloyd in Florence, South Carolina. Good morning.
Okay, guys. The control wishes to recognize Rob, November 2, Whiskey Oscar Juliet, Dave, Kilo Echo 6, India Golf Zulu, and Lloyd, thanks for checking with us again this week, KO for Lima. Anybody else before we go to the top of the list with traffic?
Hey, Ed, that's IU5BON with no audio. He's been trying to check in, but he has no audio.
Okay, that last station, I'm sorry, can you please come back with your traffic?
This is Alpha Alpha 4 Hotel Sierra, mate. IU5BON has been trying to connect with no audio. I see him showing up in the DroidStar menu, and you don't seem to be noticing him coming in digitally with no audio.
Yeah, I'm looking over at Discord, and he's having some sort of an issue. Alright, so it doesn't seem like there's any check-ins yet at this point, but we'll do another recheck in a little bit. At this time, I want to go to the top of the list, and we're going to go over to Sierra Papa 5 Whiskey Papa, the original WOJ. Go ahead, Wojciech.
Hello everyone, this is Wojciech Sierra Papa 5 Whiskey Papa, and I feel a little bit better today, so I have decided to just check in and say what's going on around. So I have retrieved the shipment from OpenRTX team, and inside I found an AX5043 evaluation board. So I'm finally playing with it, and I have written some sample code to generate continuous wave. So just a CW over the SMA connector, so nothing fancy. And it looks like it works, and I'm able to frequency modulate it using my finger. So if I had a signal and applied it to the gold pin, I could just modulate it over the carrier, but I'm just using my finger right now, so it works. But the problem is that I'm not able to tune the oscillator inside the chip outside like 400 megahertz and up. So it goes up to about 400 megahertz and nothing above it. So I'm trying to troubleshoot it and see why it doesn't work. And And there is a website by notblackmagic.com, so that's the address. And there's like a tutorial on how to program AX5043 chip. So I used it. I had to read it. So I followed it, and it doesn't work. So I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. And I've been sitting for about 4 or 5 hours right now, and it doesn't work above 400 megahertz. So basically, I'm able to transmit with 15 dBms of power using that board, and probably if I fed M17 signal on the gold pin, I would be able to get some M17 out of it. So maybe I'm going to try this tomorrow or on Monday. So let's see if it works. Okay, so that's everything from Wojciech SP5WWP. Back to net.
All right, Wojciech, thank you very much for the updates on the AX5043 evaluation board that you've been playing around with. And thanks to the guys over at the Open RTX project for sending it over. Anybody else with any traffic or any questions or comments in regards to the traffic from Wojciech or about the AX5043 board? Please call now. Okay, we got a check-in coming from Discord. AC8 Zulu Delta. That's Dave. He's having some issues trying to get in from our DMR bridge. So we're going to check you in, Dave. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm going to drop it one more time, see if anybody else has any check-ins or anybody with any questions or comments before we go down the list with traffic. This is N2XDD Net Control Station for the weekly meeting of the M17 Project Net. Please call now with your late check-ins.
This is India Uniform 5, Bravo Oscar November, Alessio from Florence, Italy, with traffic.
All right there, Alessio, we got you in that time. That's India Union 5, Bravo Oscar November. That's Alessio from Florence, Italy, with traffic. And just stand by with us. We got somebody ahead of you. Anybody else looking to check in? Alrighty. With that, next up on the list is Nick. Mike 1, Hotel Oscar Golf. Go ahead, Nick, with your traffic.
M1 HOG. Good evening, everyone. Just a couple of points. The first thing, I'm updating the Repeater Book app in the next couple of days. It has one M17 reflector in it already, one in Australia. So if anyone else has a public-facing M17 repeater that they would like to see in Repeater Book and be the second one in there, then please just contact me via Discord or email or whatever. That's the first thing. Second thing, I had great fun with DroidStar and the M17 hotspot, so using that as a transceiver, which works really well. That's fantastic, fantastic that is. So thanks for everyone's work on that. That does really work very well. It enabled me to get two Android devices set up with the little hotspot boards, and that's fantastic for demonstrating, as I've already done to a number of people. So that's really brilliant. I've done a few notes on that, and it's my habit to sort of note the various projects that I get involved in. So if there's somewhere where perhaps there could be links to community experiments, projects, etc., as this is, that would be great, because I think it'd be helpful to see some more documentation and notes on people's own M17 implementations, if you will. So there could be some central place for that. Okay, that's all I had there. Thank you very much. Back to net control from M1HOG.
Okay, thank you. And that was Nick and M1HOG, and he maintains the repeater book app. So if you have any updates, please reach out to Nick if you want to put in your M17 reflector or whatnot. He's the one for that. Nick, also, if you can re-link us in the Discord chat for the page you put up about your work with DroidStar and working with the DVM USB devices, I'd appreciate that, and I will pin that to our main page. So when you get a chance next time you're on Discord, you can do that and we'll pin it so it'll be there for people to reference if need be. Does anybody have any questions or comments in regards to the traffic from M1HOG? Alrighty, nothing heard. Next up on my list with traffic is Alessio over in Florence, Italy. India Unit 5, Bravo, Ocean November. Please go now with your traffic.
This is India Uniform 5, Bravo Oscar November. So, a couple of notes. First one, this is the first time I'm joining the net over radio frequency, because I just managed to set my hotspot completely with M17 and as well as an extra MMDVM hotspot in a Raspberry Pi 4 running M17 client. So yeah, this is my first completely M17 RF time joining the net. And the second note is that for everyone that is running one of these hotspots with a very cheap OLED display on top of it, I encourage you to upgrade MMDVM hosts, because yesterday we merged the merge request, pull request, because it's GitHub, pull request with the new logo. So finally we have a real logo instead of the NXDN, and so I encourage you to upgrade your MMDVM host. And yeah, that's all the traffic I have for the net.
All right, Alessio, thank you for that. Thank you for the updates, and thank you for all the experimenting you've been doing the past couple of weeks, working on M17 and tinkering with it and getting it working to your specifications. So we appreciate everything that you put into it. Anybody else with any questions or comments in regards to the traffic from Alessio, please call now. Alrighty, once again, you're listening to the weekly net of the M17 Project. We meet here every week on Fridays at 1700 hours UTC to discuss all things M17 related. M17 is a new digital voice protocol that's open source and currently in development. If you're catching us maybe on a rerun of our net from our YouTube channel, please come and join us. Come check in and see what we're all about. If you need any more information about us, we can be found at m17project.org. From there, you can find links to us and how to get in touch with us and how to become a member of our community. Most of our community work is done via Discord, so there's a link to a Discord server in there. And if you're a newbie or you're an expert or you have some sort of expertise to lend to us, please come and join us. We're always looking for new people to help. So once again, this is N2XDD Net Control Station. Do I have anybody else wishing to check in this week? Please call now.
Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray, Russ, Southwest Missouri, no traffic.
K5TUX, that's Russ over in Missouri. Thanks for joining us. Russ is the co-host of the Linux and the Ham Shack podcast. And if you check out their back catalog, you can find an interview from, I think it was last year or earlier this year, where Russ interviewed Steve KC1AWV in regards to the M17 project. All right, thanks for joining us, Russ. Anybody else wishing to check in, please call now. Hearing nothing, that just means it's time for Steve to tell me what's going on this week in the world of M17. KC1AWV, here is N2XDD. Over to you, Steve.
You know, I don't want to terribly disappoint you, but I don't have anything to cover. I mean, everybody else that's been working on M17 related projects and updates and all that other stuff, they've already said their piece. The only thing that's going on is the M17 North America lab will be built in March, I believe. So we should have an actual physical location that we can do all the North American M17 stuff in. That includes like any projects that might be going on or testing of equipment or developing new systems for M17, at least in the physical world. And we'll try and do our best with remote access for people. If you have like a need for a piece of hardware or a piece of software that we have available, and we can make it remote, you can get in touch with us and we can schedule some remote time for you. One of the big projects that's going to be coming out of the lab for February is a mobile demonstration platform for M17. It will have a Raspberry Pi, it will have an MMDVM repeater board in it, it will have a screen so that we can see what's going on, it will have a Kenwood V71A radio in it, and a nice little antenna out so that we can actually take M17 on the road and show it off as we go to these different ham fests and everything. So I'll be posting more about that in the M17 Labs channel, which you can follow along in. It is a moderated channel, so you'll be able to see what we're doing, but not necessarily, give us you'll be able to see what's going on in there at least. So as the projects progress, just go ahead and take a peek and see what we're up to. I think that's pretty much it for me, so I'll go ahead and pass it back to Ed. This is KC1AWV.
All right, Steve, for a person with no traffic, you sure had a lot to say. And Steve just gave us an update on the M17 Laboratories North American edition, which will probably be up and running sometime in late March, early April. So there'll be plenty of pictures and plenty of updates in the upcoming weeks and months on that project. So definitely something to look forward to. Also, Steve had mentioned that he's working on the portable M17 client to have ready for February. In February, the M17 team, we will be at Orlando Hamcation in Orlando, Florida. We'll have a booth there. So if you're going to be in the area, please stop by and see us. Come say hi, come introduce yourselves, and see what we have to show off. So, all right, I'm going to throw it out there, see if anybody else has any traffic or check-ins or anything, any questions, comments, anything. Taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Please call now. This is N2XDD. All right, guys. Hearing nothing, I think we're going to get ready and close this one out unless anybody else has anything they wish to talk about. If so, I'll drop it. And if not, we'll close it out. So I'm going to drop it now if anybody has anything. Alrighty. I want to thank all those stations that checked in today for participating and supporting the net. And those stations that are listening to us on a replay or just in the background listening, come join us. Come join us and check in and come join our community. It's a lot of fun here. Alrighty. Well, your help in maintaining this net is appreciated by one and all. This is Ed, N2XDD, and the net is now secure at 1727 hours UTC 73.